Okay, right away, stop the presses. Love this. About a month ago, I launched a video where I shared how I hired 5 different cover designers through the Fiverr platform for one cover design. And you, the viewers, had voted on the ones you would have went for, but ultimately, I'd already had my mind made up. And now that I'm ramping up for releasing a short publication here called Secrets of the Perma-Free Book, I wanted to see about testing the waters elsewhere. I wanted to try out the book cover design services over at Archangel Inc. Now, they just so happen to be the sponsors of this video, and you might be wondering, who is Archangel Inc? Well, they're a done-for-you service that will offer anything from full-service options, so if you need editing and proofreading done, if you need to have interior formatting done, if you need audiobook production done, and so much more, or if you would like to do a la carte services like what we did for this video, book cover design, well, they've got your solution. Now, with the book cover design, they will give you numerous iterations that you can select from. And this is where I called on you, the community, to vote for your preferred one. And believe it or not, I had you pick this time, and I stuck with it, but there's a little bit of an exception here. There's a little asterisk, because you won't know exactly what I'm talking about unless you stick around to the very end. And also, Archangel Inc. was really nice. They threw in a couple of extra bonuses that they wanted to kind of share what they do for their full service clients when they do order the book cover design beyond a la carte. Will they capture my vision and my brand? Well, we'll certainly see. And again, stick around to the very end so you see exactly what they did and what you selected and what we're going with. Okay, so I've already broke ground with Archangel Inc. and they sent me a couple of requests. The very first thing was I had to fill out an ISBN form, which actually that's more pertinent to my interior, which is kind of nice when you do an interior with them. They can actually provide you with the ISBN with their services. That's not anything to do with the cover design, so we're not going to cover that today. We got to go through the cover design checklist first. So simple Word document, we'll go ahead and enable editing. Okay, so we're going to want to make sure we slip everything into here. So chances are we're going to go ahead and just time lapse this all the way through. So this is the part pretty interesting. Do you have a business logo that needs to be incorporated or on the book cover or spine? I say yes. So I'm going to end up attaching that when I go ahead and send it back to him. Okay, it asks for a headshot. Again, I'll probably go ahead and attach this when I send it on back over to them. You want to make sure that when you do send out a logo or headshot, make sure it's as large as possible, so that way they don't have to have this tiny thing and try to stretch it out and looks all pixelated. Now, I'm very fortunate that I'm working with them on this particular project, so they know the page count, and they had already reached out to me, and it was 36 pages for this particular one, and we're actually going to be doing it 5 by 8. It is important to disclose, the size, and don't just let them try to blindly figure it out. Now, since mine is a non-fiction book, I'm going to be sticking with white as far as my paper color. Okay, so it's going to ask me, what is your book about? So essentially, I've already got the blurb already set up, so I'm just going to go ahead and copy and paste that right on in there because it'll make both of our lives easy. Right, they say, what do you envision for your book cover design? I've already gone through and selected a few different books that I really like over on the Amazon Marketplace. So I just make it easy for them. I'm just going to go ahead and grab those links, copy and paste it on into there. You're going to want to make sure you do your due diligence ahead of time instead of just having them guess their way through things and then they send you some covers back and you're like, I don't like that. It's a good idea to spend at least maybe a few hours going around on the Amazon Marketplace to figure out what's the best type of cover design or something that you really like. And again, they say, please share a few links or copy and paste some images here of book covers or concepts, design elements you'd like to see incorporated, if any. And I've already got the links. See above links. And they ask any must-haves or do-nots we should know about. And I definitely have some must-haves and do-nots. And a lot of it has consist of, since it is a book based on Amazon, I want to make sure that they're not violating anything like putting Amazon's trademark logo in there or even inferring that it's Amazon that is doing the book. So I'm going to go ahead and just paste in the requests that I have here. Now it says, please link to or insert 2 to 3 book covers in your genre you like and that will be competing with. Again, I have the links that I have included there. It's so important that you go ahead and get all these things put together before you do all this onboarding. Now this one was the most interesting. Actually, I had to reach out to the Archangel Inc. team and ask them what they meant. What is your favorite pull quote from your book? And I was like, what do you mean? Well, essentially, they want something that can grab people's attention. So I actually went through, one of my book description had just a great quote inside it. So I'm going to end up going ahead and copying and pasting that, and that's where it will probably end up being used. And then last but not least, do you have an endorsement you'd like to use on the front or back covers? So this means, did you get any kind of awards or prizes that you would like to include? For me, I really like to keep my book covers as uncluttered as possible. So I'm just going to put no on this one. All right, and now all I have to do is just take this form and I'm going to go ahead and send it right back over to Archangel Inc. And I'm going to include the attached images of the headshot and the logo I want included on that book. And we're going to go ahead and sit back and wait for them to get back to us. All right, so I'll see you in another week or so. Okay, so it's been less than a week and Archangel Inc. already got back to me with the cover designs, which is, oh my gosh, really fast. They went even faster than Fiverr, so it was pretty amazing. So we're just gonna go ahead and open them up one at a time. Let's go ahead and take a look at book cover number 1. So you can see this one's pretty cool. I really like the stars that are on it, and the color's okay. I don't know how I feel about it. It feels almost neutral to me, and it actually has kind of like a fiction book feel to it. I don't hate it, but I'm not in love with it by any stretch. Let's take a look at book 2. Now, book 2, this is cool. I kind of like this. In fact, actually, I really like the font that they use for the author name and the font that they use for the subtitle. So this is kind of cool. I'm not sure how I feel about all the stars in the background. I do like the clicking finger over top of the book here because it's in reference to a permanently free ebook, technically, so this kind of makes sense. All right, book 3. Now, yeah, here we go. These colors stand out. In fact, actually red, yellow, and green are very popular colors here on YouTube. And anytime that someone's doing a thumbnail, they typically will do really well with those particular colors. The only thing missing from this would be the green, but in any event, I really like how it grabs my attention. A free book with the click on it, money, chef's kiss. I really love this. If I don't end up having you guys select this one, I will probably ask them to use that element some other time. All right, book. Now, this one kind of throws me off. This is number 4. And for some reason, they decided to do a 3D iteration of it. Now, I'm not sure how this sets with me. It feels almost like a self-help book more than it does maybe, a non-fiction book about writing and publishing. So you see between this one and this one, how much difference it is. Maybe I would probably have a more positive opinion if it wasn't in the 3D iteration. All right, here it is, book 5. Okay. Right away, stop the presses. Love this. The color scheme, the blue, really matches my brand already. And it'll also start to match some of the series I'm putting together for the Amazon Self-Publisher series. So Amazon Keywords for Books is a great example. This is up above my shoulder right here. You can see that it kind of matches this. I like this one. Really, really nice. Okay, this is cool. This is cool. I like the layout. I don't know about the color choice. The color choice, it just feels flat to me. It's just not right where I'd want it to be. But the font on it is another one. Chef's kiss, I love it. This is nice. If I could change out the colors, I would definitely go for this book. And again, you got that click element on it. That right there is really neat. Oh, here we go. Book 7, Secrets to the Permanent Free Book. I like this one. This is really cool. The click part, my gut's kind of telling me it might be a little overdone on this one. And where the other red and yellow one felt like it was just a perfect balance, this one feels almost overwhelming, like someone shouting at me. So I'm not sold on 7. Number 8, okay, right away, I'm gonna say this. This looks like my brother's book, Live Streaming Kit. Now there's a portion of me that says, okay, that's a good cover. It's a good cover, not bad. But picked that up for $5 over on Fiverr. So I'm kind of like, I don't want my cover to look like my brother's cover because, yeah. So I'm hoping nobody votes for this one. No offense to Archangel Inc., but this is probably my least favorite of all of them. Okay. This one, I don't know how I feel about this one, because it's got the physical bookshelf on this, and I really like how it separates everything, but there's part of me that feels a little torn because it's a book about ebooks, not print books, and I feel almost like this might be misleading. The use of red is great over the top of the white, and it's not so white that it's going to blend in to the Amazon marketplace when we have on there, because I usually say avoid doing white covers. But I'm just not sold on this one entirely yet. It's good. I like it for its originality. And oh, yeah. Okay. I'm digging this one. I would say between that one and this one, those look really, really cool. And possibly this one, just because it's a little different. But I feel almost strongly about either number 5 or number 10. So my next step is going to be this. I'm going to see about polling many different places. So I'm going to put a poll over in the YouTube community tab. I'm going to put it onto my Facebook group for both DIY publishing course as well as the self-publishing books. I'm going to put it on my personal page. I'm going to keep an eye over on Archangel Inc.'s business page as well, because they'll be doing some voting over there. And we're going to go ahead and pull it all together. And the next week, I'm going to go ahead and select the winner, the one that you folks chose. Okay, so after a week of voting, all of you folks really, overwhelmingly selected one of the covers. I was kind of surprised, and I was thinking it was going to go in my favor of either cover 5 or cover 10, but it looks like number 9 is going to be the one with 72 votes. I tallied that all up. Second place would be number 5 at 46. And here's the crazy thing is the next closest one is number 6. The one I liked, but the color was a little off. That's at 16. And everything else just kind of just had a little bit of votes here and a little bit there. So it was a little split. And there was a part of me that kind of was like, I don't know, like the cover with the books right in the middle here, number 9, makes sense. But from a standpoint of the red, I just really didn't feel like it matched me enough. And I said I was going to allow you folks to choose it. And so I'm going to go ahead and I said, let's go ahead and choose it. But with one little bit of an ask from Archangel Inc. I asked them, could you change out the red for the blue? So let's go ahead. We're going to take a look at the new cover as well as the book cover with the paperback, and then we'll also take a look at some of the social media assets that they throw in as a bonus for their full service clients. So that bonus, by the way, is not usually available for their a la carte services. Okay, so here's all the files that they sent me. Let's start it out with the 3D covers. You know what, let's do the ebook cover first. So here's the cover. I like this so much better, and I cheated ahead of time. I saw this and I was like, that's it. I said that I can get behind it. The red for some reason was just not, it wasn't gelling well with me. I don't know if you disagree with me, whether the blue or the red was better. I'll have the video editor put up blue and then red right here and see which one that you prefer the best. But we're sticking with blue for right now. I feel like I can rest a little easier. Let's take a look at the paperback design. Now, they did one for Ingram Spark and they did one for KDP, so that was kind of nice. And by the way, they also send the source files, which is just beautiful. Then I can edit it however I want to. Here we go. Like this. I love this. This is a great use of the space. It really lines up. It's nothing flashy, but I'll tell you, it definitely gets the job done. I like how they brought, did the blue on the bullet points. It looks so cool. Love this. So big thumbs up on the print cover design. This is beautiful. Chef's kiss. All right, let's take a look at the 3D covers. They got one for PNG, so if I want to put this on a regular background, or if I want to go ahead and use it this way, there's the cover design. So not bad. Let's take a look at the banner. Oh, now this is cool. I'll probably end up putting this over on my Amazon Author Central page and use this for advertising across social media. And this is the quote that I ended up using after all. And here are the social media assets. This is cool. They did 4 different social media assets here across Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and even online through the web. So let's take a look at Facebook first. So it's perfectly formatted for Facebook. I love that. Not bad. Instagram looks like they did something for stories, but the beautiful part about it is you can always just use the square format for just the regular timeline. Love this. This is great. And here's Twitter. It's pretty much almost the same iteration of the Facebook one, but it's kind of crunched down to meet their specs. Ooh, now see, I like this one. I'm digging this really a lot. For some reason, that wood background really makes it pop up off of the page here. So I love this one for the website. So what did you think about that cover? Is that something that you would have gone with, or would you have selected something different? Definitely would love to hear from you inside the comments down below. And by the way, most of you chose that selection, so hopefully you're happy with it and the fact that it did just a little bit of tweaking on it. Just a big shout out over there to Archangel Inc. Folks, please, if you'd like to take advantage of all of their services, including the book cover design, visit dalelinks.com/Archangel Inc. and the link is down in the description below. And speaking of Archangel Inc., believe it or not, the founder was on this channel, and he's been on here many times before, Rob Archangel, and we talked about how to launch a book online and some of the best first steps. You're going to take a look at it this very next video right on over here. It was a very good interview. It was about 45 minutes, well worth it. And then this other video here, if you've already seen that interview, YouTube says you should go check out this. You know, YouTube can't be wrong, so you've got 2 choices here. Select one. I'll see you on either one of them.